man, so sports ball continued. What a long-standing topic. But I dig it because I don't know, I've got a perspective seems to be a little bit different from the group. And I was surprised. I thought for sure, based on your sports swagger and the Ohio State stuff that you had been a ball player. So interesting, especially knowing what, your kids, how involved you are with them. Mainly though, this response is for P226 Nut. So I watched your video, and ironically, I was on the way to my high school alma mater's homecoming game, and as a perk of being an alumnus, I get to be down on the field, and I got your video bouncing off my brain pan like the whole time, and the things you said about it's better when it's the kids and it's for fun and sport and everything, it really had me play this thing up in my mind, and maybe I am the lone romantic in all this. And I'm thinking of this from a history of sports. You being an anthropologist, perhaps this will appeal to you. And I say sports are a proxy for war. Let me explain. Breaking it down, I know in your video you talked about when we were talking about sheep wolves and sheepdogs, and we were talking about this spectrum of who a person is. Well, polar bear, sheep donkey. To me, that's a bit of a stretch. If I want to make sense of something, I will simplify it a little bit. Let's say there's no actual such thing as sheepdogs. Let's say there's only two kinds of people in this world. Let's say it's only a wolf or a sheep. A sheep is a seemingly non-productive eater other than being fleeced or food for the wolf. And then the wolf is a semi-productive eater, keeping perhaps its fellow wolves safe, but yet eating the sheep. Shit, I don't know. But now you want to occupy these wolves to keep them from attacking the sheep. Hopefully you understand where I'm going with this. So the sporting competition makes for a proxy to occupy us so that we're not tempted to attack our fellow cities. And it allows us a chance to, going back to the War of the Roses or whatever, we will solve this in the old way. Present your champion, and we shall, instead of engaging all of these military units, we will be champion against champion, and thus saving lives. So here we are now. And if I may stretch my metaphor, picture it too, these people on the field are champions, and there's value to it. Further significance of that homecoming game a few nights ago, we just had a terrible natural disaster with terrible flooding, followed by, in even more recent courses, even more flooding, like a 1-2 punch, where we had this time of having to present all this debris. And so for a moment, we were allowed this escape. We hung it on these players as we rooted for them, concentrating our woes upon what they'll be doing on the next play, or how they can stop the other city from moving forward. Reveling in the strategy, the distraction of the strategy. And as a player, that moment of knowing that you need to do your part, when all eyes may be upon you, the feeling, the serotonin response, or that bravery or that dick-headedness of, give me the ball. The bravery thing made me think of when I was at the park the other day, and this grandma had her grandchild, and she was trying to encourage him to climb this ladder that was about 3 times his height. And this kid was screaming to the point of, oh my gosh. I was thinking, I'm no psychologist, but this child is afraid of heights. And the grandma was like, I want you to be brave. I want you to go up. So we're watching our kids on the field. Maybe we want them to be wolves instead of sheep, because a sheep's going to be a victim, and at least the wolf would not be. So let's keep these wolves occupied, will we? Or recognize the value of keeping the wolves occupied. What say you?